The next stage here, I'd like to welcome out Mr. Joe Blake. Joe is from Salvus Crime Prevention, who Love Hockey Ireland have assigned to help us develop the good relation thread, which I spoke about earlier, which will go through our whole programme. So, Joe.
Thank you. I intend to keep this very short. It's on the back of an envelope, which should show you whatever. I always feel very strange. This is the second sports thing that I have done, sports event that I have done in a week, and I don't exactly look like a model for it. So I describe myself not so much as a role model, but as a dire consequence nowadays for not taking part in sport. There's a couple of things just I'd like to say. We're delighted, first of all, as Salvus, to be part and parcel of this initiative, which I think is an absolutely fabulous initiative. I think bringing a new sport to the area and a sport that most people will not be familiar with is in itself something fairly challenging, but also to use that as a model for integration and community support, whatever. And I would like to congratulate Peace 3 and the Southern Partnership as well for having the vision to look at a project like this and see how valuable it would be. I think we do face challenges. Both of our previous speakers have said about challenges, and I think there are probably too many to mention, but I'm going to mention two. And one is the problem of new integration. With new communities developing, Stephen mentioned that we now have 10% of people who are relatively new to this country. Link that to the fact that we're now into a depression and there are less jobs about, then there is the potential there for negativity. I think there's also the elephant in the room, as it's known, which is the sectarian elephant, and we may have peace and things like that, but we haven't got rid of that elephant yet. And I think to have people there, I have an audience behind me, I think to reflect on that as well, I think is an important part of this project, so I look forward to being part of it for both reasons. Sport is key. I carry another role in that I represent Comic Relief in Northern Ireland, and we as an organisation and one of the larger funders in the UK have an entire programme which is called Sport for Change, and it is recognising that view of sport. The conference I was at last week, I claimed this quote for myself, except Stephen was at the damn conference too, so I can't. And one of the speakers at the conference said, sport is neutral. Sport doesn't have anything other than neutrality. It's how we use it. And it's delightful to see an organisation that is using it for good, because we have had so many examples of where it has got marginalised or become almost the property of one part of a community, or is used as a way to get another part of the community. So we're delighted to be part of this. Our role, I think, is to support what goes on the pitch or off the pitch, if you like, and to complement each other. And we're really looking forward to working on this project. And I'm already impressed on two levels. I mean, the first one is that I can only say intimidating posters that are there, which are certainly classic, and also the fact that getting this many people to turn out on a Friday night at this time bodes well for the entire process. And the last word is back for poor Tiago. It must be really, really cold where you come from when you had to adapt to our climate, so God love you. So, thank you, folks.
Love Hockey Ireland, we're absolutely delighted to be able to welcome our next speaker here tonight for reasons that you will soon find out. Sean Eoin has this week been made Love Hockey Ireland's Sledge Hockey Development Officer, and his story, which he'll share very briefly with us now, is one will give a really good background as to what this program means to people and how this will actually help people. So, Sean Eoin. Thank you, Stephen.
First of all, I'm just going to warn everybody I'm not as good a speaker as anybody else has been up here tonight so far. I'm going to use my phone to keep me informed. As Stephen was saying, I started playing a bit of ice hockey back when I was in university, along with Connor, who's at the back of the room now. And when I left university, I had to give up the ice hockey, you know, it was just too far to travel because Dundalk is the only place in the north that you can skate on. So I was delighted when Connor phoned me one night to inform me that he had discovered an inline hockey team in Dungannon that were training. So I took up the sport again with great enthusiasm. As my wife will tell you, it was my number one priority in life. But I had an accident. I hit a lorry and broke my neck. So I've been left in this chair. So I'm delighted that this programme has given me the opportunity to get back to playing hockey, and people like myself that wouldn't have the opportunity to play a sport for wheelchairs in this area. This sport is not only new to the north of Ireland, it's a sport new to this area. This area doesn't have very many opportunities for people in wheelchairs. Let me see now. And I find, from having the accident and getting into a bit of sport since, I find that sport is very beneficial for the likes of myself and people, you know, that are going through a recovery and rehabilitation. It's very good for the mental and physical aspect of recovery. I found that it has given me a lot of focus and positivity. So I'm delighted as well that this can offer this kind of thing to other people. And as mentioned earlier, Love Hockey Ireland is inclusive, and this is a new side as well, that it can be inclusive to people not only from a different race or religion, but from a different physical ability. This is now, you know, people in wheelchairs that wouldn't be able to play this sport before can now take part in it. And I would like to see this sport grow to countrywide. As I said, this is only the launch of it, but in the next few years, you know, with the likes of the internet and Facebook and Twitter, the networks that are available, also the occupational health department, which look after people in wheelchairs province-wide, wheelchair charities like the Backup Trust and the Spinal Injuries Association and Word of Mouth. With these kind of networks, we can definitely give this sport a good fighting chance. So I would just like to say thanks for the opportunity for Love Hockey Ireland to make a difference for people in wheelchairs in this area. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sean. Just before we finish up, I'd like to make a special welcome to the Peace 3 Southern Partnership Joint Chair Councillor Rory Cartney, who I think got stuck in the Santa Claus craze in the time, and I'd like to maybe give you the opportunity if you want to say a couple of words.
Thank you. I'll be very great to have you in just on behalf of the Southern Culture Peace 3 Partnership, I'm delighted to be here at this launch of this initiative. I know Stephen and the Love Hockey team are very passionate about this, and I think that their passion will go a long way. Peace 3 Partnership is always looking for new initiatives to promote good relations at a local grassroots level, and this certainly falls into that bracket. I'm delighted to see how inclusive it is, as just outlined. And so, I just, on behalf of the partnership, want to wish you good luck. We are confident that it's going to be a great success, and we look forward to your progress over the coming months. Okay, thank you.